before track, she was popular. She had the most followers out of any current athlete, more than Sydney, than Noah, than Gabby, than all of them. And all of them got a lot more followers because of this Olympics. She had them, and she maybe just gained more even after getting silver. But because of all those reasons, all those people who have eyes on her, they're following her regardless of where she is, right? They're looking for Sha'Carri. If she goes to Grand Slam track, then they'll go. But if she doesn't, they're
They'll
going to
go where she's
go
at.
where she's at. Yeah. So
Could you
it's
imagine
true.
Atlos with her there?
Oh my gosh. I mean,
Ah,
dude, like I was there and it was like already pretty crazy. I can't even fathom with Sha'Carri. Like some of these meets that I've gone to where Sha'Carri is there, just there, not even like doing a lot. She's just competing. Like it's crazy. So yeah, she is the draw. She absolutely is the draw. I do think there is part of me though that thinks, especially maybe it's because of this year, where of course she didn't win the gold and she was a little lower profile than last year. I think going into 2025, my mind is thinking if Grand Slam track doesn't get Sha'Carri Richardson, it's still perfectly fine. Because again, they could sign Julian Alfred, maybe TT Terry, right? Some others, and they'll be good. And then Sha'Carri maybe is like a challenger, but I don't know. But that could be my mind based on how 2024 went, where you know she didn't win gold. Not saying she had a bad season, but just saying like that full aura maybe wasn't as high as 2023 when she won gold. She was very much like way more in the public spotlight in terms of like her interaction. She did a lot of like, promotional stuff and like ads and like all kinds of stuff this year as well. But I don't know. That's my thought. So
I mean, that's fair, but like, I mean, remember, she ran the Diamond League final. I think the only reason she was in that final is because she didn't get the
oh,
gold.
see,
I
I
really
forgot about that.
like she ran like well, she was in the Diamond League final.
Yeah.
Like but like it goes back to she when I say she don't need it, again, if she go to Grand Slam, let's just play this game. Because see, I'll make a comparison. I'm gonna reach back to the men for a moment. No one needs Grand Slam in a different way because he actually is chasing greatness on the track. Like he want to be on the Mount Rushmore. He want to be the greatest of the great. And in order to, only way to do that, you got to do stuff that people haven't done before. Winning Grand Slam, even if it's the first year it's ever happened, like, hey, I'm the first winner. What if he wins
Yeah.
the first three Grand Slam titles in a row? Something else to add to, especially if Grand Slam is a thing a decade from now, 15
Yeah.
years from now, where they'll be like, oh, whoa, he when that thing started, it was him. It was him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that makes a difference for Sha'Carri. Like, because the fans didn't come because she won.
Yeah.
They came
Yeah.
because she was larger than that.
Yeah.
It was everything else. So as a result, like she has to wager. I'm just saying, like the conversations that are going to get had, I imagine, are a little bit different in terms of like what you want for your career. How much value do you put on this compared to whatever the world are still doing? I mean,
Yeah.
as far like, I mean, again, again, another conversation. Grand Slam needs to be the place where you have to go. That's how I
Yeah.
see it. It needs to
Yeah.
get there, and it got to get there relatively quickly. To be this is the league where if you win this, it means something. I would even go so far as to say it should be harder and mean a lot more and pay you more, which apparently it will, to win
Yep.
Grand Slam than it does to do the Worlds. After a while, we can leave the world to all them college kids if we want to. We really don't need to bring our best athletes there. It's just not necessary because people look at the world as like a bootleg version of the Olympics anyway. And by people, I don't mean track fans. I mean like the non-track fans who tune in and jack up the views during the Olympics and then dip off.
Yeah. It's just so
Like
true.
so, like 'cause those like it's clear that people like track and field. They just like it when they understand it. And when the worlds
Yeah.
happen, they're like, isn't this just a warm up for the thing they're going to do 3 years from now?
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but it's true. There's that truth to it. I mean, I don't know though if, and maybe this is also kind of a separate conversation, but like you have the Diamond League, right? The Diamond League, it's still not required, right? A lot of athletes that we like, talking about Sydney McLaughlin-Roney, she barely runs the Diamond League, but they have at least some incentive structure where it's like, okay, if you win the Diamond League final, you get a wild card to the World Championships, right? So there's a piece of it that matters to a degree. If like you're not so good that you've already qualified, will something like that happen with Grand Slam track, or where it's like, okay, you run Grand Slam track and you get this like automatic bye to Worlds or something, or will it turn to, like you said, this is the Premier League. Like you win 4 slams, you are like the athlete of the year. You're the champion. I don't know.
I don't think it's radical to see that it has to become that. If it fails at that, all you've done is duplicate the Diamond League with more money going out and probably not enough coming back in.
Mm.
I don't again, I care about metrics. I care about numbers. I care about dollars and cents, and I run a small business enough to understand that the only way this works is you got to hit a Grand Slam.
Yeah.
A
You
Grand
do.
Slam is not competing against the Diamond League. It's not getting Diamond League fans to tune in. If you got to get all those people who watch the Olympics and care about it and take it seriously to actually feel like, you know what, now I have another reason to tune in. Like, and that's fair. If you
Yeah.
can, and I'm not saying it's not possible. I realize that there is a path, and Michael Johnson has a vision, and he's walking that path now. And they, all the names we mentioned, but if Sha'Carri felt, if she feels, for that matter, that winning Grand Slam actually matters, where if you don't win it and you win other stuff, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's going to affect your legacy. That's the decision making factor that's happening right now. Like the 110 hurdles, guess whose name we don't see on the men's side? We don't see
Yeah.
Grant.
Don't see Grant. Don't see Grant yet. Who knows? It's
And
obviously
he
he could
runs
sign.
races. He ain't
He
afraid to
runs
run.
very frequently. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So you get what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I know we're focusing on the women, but I'm like, that's my bookend on the whole Sha'Carri conversation. Like, she's just such a unique
Yeah.
narrative right now
Yeah. I don't I
in the
don't think
sport.
we've ever seen an athlete, at least not in my lifetime, that was like Sha'Carri. Because even Usain Bolt, he broke those records
Yeah,
before he got
he won
popular.
stuff before we cared.
Yeah, like and exactly. He had a pretty decent career before. He was running 19 seconds like in his career before he had medals before we knew him in 2008. But once he broke the records, that's when he got popular. But Sha'Carri on the flip side, yes, she broke the records in the NCAA, but she got popular before she stepped onto the world champs or the Olympic
Honestly, it
Games.
was, well, her first Olympic trials, that really was the moment.
That was a moment. Yeah,
Like
that
that
was a
was the
moment.
moment where the explosion went from like you're a thing to the thing. And the thing is she became the thing.
My name is Anderson from the Final Leg.
And I'm Coach Rob from SCA Track and Field. And thank you for watching this segment from the finish line.
If you want to know what's really going on at the high school and college level, be sure to subscribe to Coach Rob Track and Field.
And if you want more content on the best track and field athletes in the world, be sure to subscribe to the Final Leg.